Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Toka Monday Night live stream, where we talk about the news in TikTok in the past week.
I'm doing great. Hi. I didn't mute myself today. Look at me fucking go.
Nice.
For my TikTok check, because I didn't do this earlier, I will be ignoring you for the rest of the night, but if you want to hear what we are talking about, please head over to twitch.tv/officialtoka. Thank you. Goodbye. So,
I would also say that it does appear there is no one actually in my live stream right now on TikTok. But
I've been getting that a lot lately, and then I end the stream, and TikTok said I had like 200 viewers.
yeah, it
Or
tells
like
you
the
the total
entirety.
number of viewers who showed up at all. I
Yeah.
think the overwhelming majority of those are people who just like see a live stream is playing screen and don't immediately swipe.
Exactly.
Shout out to those people for making that number make me feel better. I love that. So, I guess outstanding things that we should probably go through. IATSE is still in negotiations. One fun thing of note, Local 80 did print up, Local 80's in Burbank, California, and they printed up all of the protest signs. So they're like ready. They're ready to go. It's absolutely a threat, and I find it absolutely hysterical. It's like in a warehouse somewhere in Burbank. There's like hundreds of like IATSE, I stand with IATSE protest signs. They're going into, this was day 6 of negotiations where everyone's just holding each other at gunpoint of like, we are the motion picture producers of this country, and IATSE saying, well, we have authorization to strike if you don't listen to us. IATSE is saying it's a matter of days, not weeks. Do I believe them? Absolutely not, because I have been in these kind of negotiations before, and they don't. It's never days. It's never ever days. If they really can't get the AMPTP, the Motion Picture Association and the Producers Association, if they can't get them to budge on anything else, I could see it going to a strike pretty quickly. If they keep giving them like little bits and pieces, this is going to drag out for months. So I'm keeping an eye on it. And again, it would be completely unprecedented and kind of wild if they did decide to actually strike. But it would mean that things would change for the better. So yeah, that's the IATSE update. Sir, I'm going to need you to not be this way. Thank you so much. And then as well, there's an exhibit going on at the Museum of the Moving Image, which is a museum in Queens, New York. It's one of my favorite museums. The Muppets live there.
Just gonna let y'all know right now that they have a TikTok exhibit. Cecilia is very much burying the lead for the topic of this organization.
I'm sorry, I'm burying the lead a little. It's because I like them as a museum, and it upsets me that they're doing this, because this is a place I go and I give my money regularly because I like to go and visit the Muppets. So, don't laugh at me. I like to say hello. So they have a TikTok exhibit going on. It's exploring the idea of like collaborative work on TikTok. There are 6 exhibits. It's sort of like these installations, kind of. It's one exhibit with 3 trees, and on both sides of the trees are a lot of user videos. Not all of those users are verified. Most of them aren't. TikTok legally can do this. And TikTok is doing this in collaboration with the museum. So, you know, they're seeing this as an extension of like advertising for TikTok, and they can use our videos however they want. The problem is that we don't know if these people were contacted by the museum, if they were contacted by TikTok in any way. The users that I have managed to get in touch with so far have not known that this is going on. The one I just got in touch with didn't know what the Museum of the Moving Image was. And so, is this legal? Yes. Is this ethical? Not really. So we are documenting everyone who's there, sort of going through their profiles, finding the there's already one user that got banned after they posted that video that's being featured. So like their account doesn't even exist anymore.
So like they don't have control over the existence of that video on TikTok. That video can't be found on TikTok. They are not benefiting from the existence of that TikTok, but TikTok is still using it.
And there are several users that actually seem to have either like deleted or privated the videos that are featured in the exhibit. Again, TikTok is benefiting from those videos existing, but the users are not anymore.
And TikTok is publishing in public videos that users have privated.
And in one case, one of the users actually turned her comments off on the video, likely because she was getting sexually inappropriate comments based on the video that I saw, and now it's on display for whoever wants to come to the museum and comment on it as they wish. And so it's not great. But we are going down the list and trying to make contact with as many people as possible. And maybe some people have been informed. Maybe some people missed a message somewhere. I really, really hope the answer is people just miss messages, but I get the sense that their stuff is being used with, technical legal consent. But again, it's really ethically dicey.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's me being a fun Debbie Downer. It's
very realistic Debbie Downer. Like, it's
I know.
Really even down. It's just Debbie mildly.
And like some people
slightly down.
some people have actually reached out to me because I like posted jokingly on my Instagram of like, hey, did anybody on this list get contacted by Momai? Let me know. I'm asking for a friend who is me. And I got more than one message from someone, like people who have like worked in curation and worked in museums, who were like, I'm interested to hear about what happens here because this feels like an ethical mess. And so it felt a little bit like validating, at least, to have a couple people say like, I don't know about this one. I've already found some things that are like typos potentially in like people's usernames or like attributing it to the wrong user. Like Lil Nas X is credited twice in one thing as his at username and then as his like at nickname, So like there's already some issues with like who was going through this data and who was looking at this, and are they actually a user of TikTok? Do they understand how this works? How you actually like give credit to people? It's all a mess.
The more you share just a little bit additional information, the more I'm like, okay, like some intern, like, half into their drink one Friday night just was like, yeah, looks good, let's go.
I was gonna say, if it's an intern, I actually feel safer because that intern is probably a user of TikTok.
Agreed.
Anyway, that's
hopefully it wasn't like a lead curator who has never downloaded TikTok before this exhibit who spent a full week on like getting this together. Like
the thing I have noticed is that the trends are sort of clustered around spring to fall of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is someone who at least had some knowledge of the history of the platform, but it's sort of like kicked on at the beginning of the pandemic for like US users, like the beginning of the lockdown for US users, which, makes sense. There was an explosion of like users on TikTok at that time because it sort of starts with Bored in the House. And that's the one where there are like the most videos being shown. And we all remember Bored in the House. And that user specifically had to fight with TikTok to get verified.
This is one of those things that the more you talk about it, the more I feel that they gathered this information because that was still kind of like in the fervor of TikTok's not evil, we promise. It's not. We're not owned by the Chinese government. We promise, because there was a lot of that going on at that particular moment in time too. So it feels like people were trying to maybe gather a whole bunch of videos from that time to show repetitively that, you know, this is legitimate because of these things, like, let's relax a little bit.
It's
And then they
definitely
sat on it,
it's
and now
definitely
they're like,
less about
it's a museum.
No. So
Yeah.
the person who curated this is an actual
Mhm.
curator. Like she has done
Okay.
work at a couple of museums around New York City. Like this is not new for her. This is not like her first exhibit either, but it is done in collaboration with TikTok because in order to get the videos, they had to. So TikTok, one, only featured trends that it itself approved of. And two, wanted to create this image of look how creative and fun our users are versus look at what happened to those users after this video went viral and see what happened to them then, because for a lot of them there are a lot of stories about like, oh yeah, I got harassed after that, I got banned after that, I got comment banned all the time, TikTok would not verify me as hard as I tried, and so it's definitely creating a story that TikTok is a good fun place to be, and that we can't ignore that. It's because it's not 100% true, is it? So the board in the house is sort of like the first thing that pops up, and that's definitely March or April 2020. And the latest one is maybe October 2020. So there's like a very definitive time span of like the place on TikTok that it's documenting. The one thing that did throw me off is they called people doing stuff to Call Me by Your Name Lil Nas X Pride Month. And we were like, no, that was just us losing our fucking minds because that song is great. Like, what theme did you think this was? It's just, and the other thing is like, they had to go very tame with the videos they featured for that one specifically, because like a lot of it is Dreamly Hot. Welcome to my page. And so like, I remember hearing Call Me by Your Name as I walked in. I was like, this is going to be not the target audience of the Museum of the Moving Image. Literally, there's a Sesame Street exhibit upstairs. But it was like largely, you know, they kept it pretty tame. It was still like some of the really cool videos that I remember from that sort of time period. But it was not you remember when it was just that sound of Lil Nas X like going by on the pole? It was none of those, which like made me so mad. I wish there were any of those videos available because those were my favorite.
Those were the best.
Those were the best ones.
Like, okay.
Yeah. So it's funny because the commentary on like the trends on TikTok is just like in the exhibit is really simplified, and it's funny to see TikTok like simplifying the like its own narrative about how trends work, in part because it's like, how do you present the fact that like at some point someone isolated Lil Nas X sliding down the pole? So you have to have the knowledge that in the video he slides down a pole from heaven into hell. And then you have to like layer on top of that the understanding that like, okay, so here's how you layer a sound into a TikTok. And then people are like having conversations on their way to heaven. They see Lil Nas X go by, and then suddenly they're in hell. And you must understand, like, there's too many layers of understanding. There's too many layers of breaking down. Like, okay, so here's the ways in which the meme evolved.
It's the joke.
And they don't explore it at all. They don't care.
Yeah, and like the thing is, that is something that like, if you're doing a bunch of videos on a big tree and you have space for placards, that is exactly the way that you would create that context.
It would have been so good. And there's like stuff with Board in the House too, of people, and like there really isn't a conversation about how you can sing and talk in duets, so you can add other instrumental tracks, and that is a thing people do. That is a thing I do. And like there was no real exploration of that either. It's like, that's the fun part, is when you stumble across a duet that's already been duetted 5 times and now there's a full fucking band.
Yeah, it's just making me think like it would have been great to have like the sea shanties.
There was no sea shanties. Yes. There were no sea shanties, and I was disappointed. I think it was a copyright issue. It might have been actually, no, that's not true.
The Wellerman is like an actual
public domain.
sea shanty, in it?
Yeah, that's
public domain.
Like public
Fuck
domain
that.
at this
They didn't
point.
feature any sea shanties. That's bullshit. That's stupid. But did sea shanties fall after October 2020? Because I think yes.
You know what? I think they did because it was closer to Christmas, if I recall correctly.
But also, are you telling me that there's a copyright issue with using a sea shanty, but not with using Montero?
Here's the thing.
Here's
the thing. I'm sure Lil Nas X is one of the few people who actually knows this is going on because they had to like license his song for like museum usage, whatever exhibition use. Mm-hmm. I did also hear briefly the Hannah Harpist sound that like periodically goes around. And this is just actually a reminder that I wanted to reach out to her and be like, hey, did they talk to you? Because I know it's a dicey copyright area for her.
Is the harp is there too?
Yeah. It's not video of it, it's just audio. It plays as you're like walking in to buy your ticket. Don't ask me questions about how this was oriented. All I know is I walked into the Museum of the Moving Image and Bella Porch's face was like being projected onto the wall, just like bouncing up and down. I was like, okay, I guess they're really going for it. I've made it.
This is it.
I feel
this is it.
I'm in the TikTok IRL user experience. I got some Hannah Harp
in New York because I want to like go.
Lil Nas not going down the pole.
Yeah.
I feel like Cecilia, you and I need to go through that exhibit with clipboards.
Okay, yes. Cosplay scientists and bring like a huge notebook, both of you, and like, make sure to write all kinds of notes in the margin. Like take a picture, write a bunch of notes. Take another picture, write a bunch of notes. Like
oh god, you have the world's largest clipboard too. I have one somewhere around here.
Get the pocket protector.
It's a clear plastic one.
Oh god.
You're so ready. You're so ready.
Oh god.
Honestly,
I have
going
a lab
through
coat.
I know. I know you do.
Yes.
To be fair, I have
Bust it out. Let's do it.
Do I have a lab coat? Does Nick still have a lab coat? I don't know. I'll look. If we can go and
a white trench coat will do fine too.
I don't want to get kicked out of the museum.
But shouldn't that be the goal? Because then you can put it on TikTok.
With like the headline of "I got kicked out of Museum of the Moving Image."
Yeah.
On the Toka account.
For shit stirring.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we get that video and then we put it on the Toka account.
Yeah, finally. Content. So you already said you wanted to come out and have t-shirts. So are you saying we're going in there in matching t-shirts, holding clipboards?
Yes.
And taking notes?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
And like if any of the like curators or like museum staff like come up to us and ask us what we're doing, we can just give them the Toka business cards we will have printed.
Make sure to have a little release form for them to sign also, to just be like, we want to ensure that we have your permission before we
before we post this. The other like added weird element was they were projecting in the exhibit on one of the walls, projecting TikToks made at the Museum of the Moving Image. And none of those, I contacted all of those people because I just sat there and looked up I did creepily sit there in the exhibit and look up all their accounts as they came up and comment on the video that they posted. Hey, did you know this is in the Museum of the Moving Image? The answer is no, they didn't know. And I don't know if tagging it like #made@MoMI was, I'm sure there's like something within like, if you hashtag this, we can use it on their website. I have not looked that up yet because I just haven't had time. But not a single one of them. But they were all very excited. Mm-hmm. This is the other. We talked about this. It's a net positive.
I hope that's like a procedurally scrubbed thing because then we could just get the Toka video about this playing there.
Hey, did you know the museum you're in right now is doing something kind of unethical?
That is just so meta and beautiful.
How do we do it? I'm not gonna lie.
You know what?
Some
First
video
up first,
footage.
let's just stop overthinking it and just do it. Go with your heart.
I'm gonna use the like little bit of video footage that I took from the day, tag it #MadeAtMomai.
Yeah, and then
just
do a
put a
voiceover
little
explaining the situation.
Yeah. Because I don't know that there's
Yeah.
I don't know, there was sound. There was sound. There was a lot of sound coming from different places. The sound design needed work because I could hear a lot of things going on at once and it was a little bit.
Just make sure you burn in the captions.
Yeah. I'll put them as stickers.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get rid of them then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just video.
It's just video. You can't stop me. I really hope that it's just a computer picking these up and running whatever.
I mean, like,
I wouldn't know. The problem is I wouldn't be able to tell.
I do hope that
I can't be paying $15 every day to go to Momai. I have a job.
I mean, we could just add to the TikTok the line, if you see this at Momai, let us know.
Let me know, please.
Here's what to comment if you saw this video in the museum.
Say I like your shoelaces if you saw this in the museum.
Oh my god.
What did I miss? Because I heard the words and I am feeling lost.
I broke you today. I broke you. Welcome to the future, fucker. This is it. I broke you today. It's a stupid fucking Tumblr thing. That's what you missed. It's just a dumb Tumblr thing.
Okay, because the only shoes reference that I understand is that super old one. Oh my god, shiz.
There was a meme on Tumblr when people decided that they needed to be able to figure out whether somebody else was another person from Tumblr when they meet them in MeetSpace. And so we were all meant to memorize this code that you would use to like confirm, like it's like a call and response thing to find out whether somebody is on Tumblr.
Okay.
And the call is, hey, I like your shoelaces, from the president.
You stole them from the president? It's not I got them from the president?
It's thanks, I stole them from the president.
God,
and
I
see,
fucking hate Tumblr.
That is one of those things, is that like I started my internet journey on like LiveJournal and DeadJournal. And I got on Twitter because everybody was like, you have to try this. It's the best thing ever. It's and I'm like, okay. And then I kind of skipped over Tumblr and Pinterest and a couple of other those. I never did really MySpace either. And then I landed on like Facebook and TikTok.
You just ducked out. You ducked out of what were arguably some really terrible spaces, like, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Like, I love Tumblr.
Like I signed up for a Tumblr to follow one of my friends, who no longer blogs there, but like she was like one of the top bloggers there at one point, and then she just was like, you know what, I'm done, because Tumblr is crazy.
It's just shitpost central, and that's why I like it.
I don't think anybody's arguing the like Tumblr is a good place.
Oh yeah,
no, never.
The word for Tumblr, if you are very into Tumblr, is the hell site.
It's why I sometimes slip and call TikTok a hell site.
Yeah,
is because my brain is still in Tumblr. And I'm like, this is the same level of bullshit.
No, hell site is just my mental word for social media now.
Yeah.
Twitter's the hell site for birds. TikTok's the video hell site.
What is YouTube?
YouTube is hell site classic.
Fair. That's very fair.
Which flavor of hell site are you ready for today?
All right. Do you want to talk about the news that is not just berries and cream? Do you want to talk about the news that's not just this? I have to adjust myself.
Sure.
All right, so
I'm so old.
You guys have the menu. What story do you want to read?
We have.
I wanted to talk about the Lil Nas X NFT situation.
Fantastic.
That we can't quite get, because Rolling Stone is doing that thing where it's like, would you care to pay money to read this one single article and then never come back again?
Right. So we don't have the Rolling Stone article. We do have this Fader article about the Rolling Stone article.
I love journalism.
Scheduled to be released last Wednesday, the digital artwork will no longer be released, according to a Rolling Stone report. That is Lil Nas X's NFT collaboration with TikTok. An NFT collaboration between TikTok and Lil Nas X will no longer be released, Rolling Stone reports. The digital artwork was set to be revealed last Wednesday, but sources close to TikTok tell Rolling Stone that the program's rollout has been, quote, a challenge, quote, a mess, and, quote, a complete joke.
I said good day, sir.
It is unclear what form the Lil Nas X NFT was going to take. A non-fungible token serves as a kind of certificate of authenticity stored on the blockchain for a digital item, be it an album like the recent Kings of Leon project When You See Yourself, or a tweet such as Twitter founder Jack Dorsey's first ever posting. The Fader has reached out to TikTok for some more information. I just want to jump back in real quick to remind everyone that NFTs do not serve as a certificate of authenticity. They are famously very easy to make inauthentically. There's nothing about an NFT that guarantees it is actually the NFT that corresponds to the thing.
Correct.
They're so fucking stupid.
I know they're fucking... Listen, we all know they're fucking stupid. We can't help them. The people who want to buy them, buy them.
Other artists who signed on with TikTok's NFT initiative were Grimes, who raked in over $6 million from the sales of her own NFTs, and Bella Poarch, the TikTok influencer who recently launched a pop career. TikTok reportedly enlisted Poarch for the scheme by promising as much as $4 million in equivalent marketing and the promise to use one of her songs in a year-end campaign. A representative for TikTok disputed this in a statement to Rolling Stone, saying this isn't accurate. Cool. TikTok's going to do a rewind. Smart.
Finally.
Go great.
Finally, TikTok rewind.
Still, a source told Rolling Stone that Poarch may exit the program over concerns with its, quote, execution.
You know, I'm going to put this out there. You know that, like, your rollout is bad when someone who got famous on your platform and owes your platform their entire career is like, actually, I will not be working with the platform at this time. Like, Jesus Christ. Because to be fair, she has, like, sort of left TikTok. She hasn't left TikTok, but she like does things off of TikTok, and I feel like she's been working with enough legitimate people now that she's like, oh god, these guys don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Good for her. Whatever.
In happier Lil Nas X news, he recently released an extended version of his Jack Harlow featuring hit Industry Baby, and it's going viral. Where else? On TikTok.
I fucking hate it here. So really what I'm hearing is it sounds to me that like it hasn't been shelved on TikTok's part. It's been shelved on like who's Lil Nas X signed with? Universal or Sony? I can't remember. It sounds like his label on his behalf has been like, hey, we're not doing this. This is a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Because the initial Rolling Stone article, the title on that one made it sound like TikTok just decided to suddenly shelve only Lil Nas X's. And that was like shady and strange. And I was like concerned. But now it just seems like everyone involved in this is saying, no, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're fine. Keep your $4 million.
I just want to jump over here. Michael, like what would happen if I made an NFT for an image that is not my own? Like who would stop me or could? The answer is no one would stop you. People do that all the time. Literally everyone is doing it constantly.
They do it all the time. Literally no one could stop you.
I feel like
NFTs are stupid.
This is like that question is like the my brother and me question clip about shoplifting.
Yeah.
Like, can't you just like what would happen if like you just went into a store and took something and left with it? Like who would stop you? What like could anybody stop you or do anything? Like why don't people do that? And Griffin's like, the answer is they do. People do that all the time. It's called
shoplifting. So you can make a TikTok NFT and sell it off of TikTok? What do you mean? Could you make a TikTok into an NFT, or could you sell an NFT of TikTok's logo? Because either would be hilarious.
Yeah, you could do both.
Technically, I think the NFT of TikTok's logo would result in you getting sued by TikTok.
Yeah, your ability to sell an NFT that you claim corresponds to a thing that you do not own comes down entirely to your ability to fraudulently convince the people buying it from you that it is real.
I am the designer of the original TikTok logo.
Yeah. I mean, if you can pull that off,
do it.
Michael, I don't know what kind of clout you have in the tech bro art world, but
so what I'm hearing is it's been one whole week
and it fully fell apart.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
Fucking hilarious.
I'm not surprised at all. Because again, NFTs are fucking stupid, and this is what they deserve for trying to do them. But it is absolutely hilarious to me that it fell apart that quickly, and with all of the people involved saying, yeah, this was bad, why did you do this? Publicly. My favorite part is TikTok was like, yeah, so we promised Bella Poarch that we would give her $4 million and then use one of her songs, and Bella Poarch's rep was like, no, they fucking didn't. The audacity to like lie in public in a way that is very easy to refute really gets me. Of like, did they not think that they would reach out to Bella Poarch's representation to be like, hey, so TikTok said this, is this true? It's called basic fact checking. TikTok's never heard of it. It's fine.
I'm gonna guess.
I really do love
this is based on literally nothing. My guess is what happened is the person who was responsible for talking to the press went to the people running this project, and they lied to that guy. And that guy repeated the lie to the press. That guy's the guy who's competent to know that the press was gonna check, but like he didn't know that the people running this project lied to him.
That would absolutely track with the guy on TikTok who recently said that he actually managed to get in touch with someone from TikTok's IT department. And the IT department person was like, yeah, I don't have the ability to change or fix anything. All of this is out of my control. And in a way, and like when the guy was describing it, he did describe it in a way that was like kind of personifying the algorithm as like this monster that like no one has control over. But actually, it's just the people who are higher up don't want to pull the plug. But yeah, it just the constant theme of like, oh yeah, so I've been told a thing, and I know it's probably not true, but I have no choice but to say it.
But I really do love that we went from, okay, you can try to bluff your way into claiming this NFT to, by the way, somebody else tried to bluff their way into this, deal with TikTok, and they got caught. So it's like,
they got caught. Fucking anyway.
So on to next subject. I'm wondering if we want to discuss very briefly that apparently Couchboy TikTok has already been replaced by Bad First Date Taco Night, if you did not know that.
I'm familiar. I do have a Couchboy article here.
So Couchboy, this means Couchboy has hit the mainstream, which means we've all moved past Couchboy.
Yes. So now it's Bad First Date Taco Night. Or bad First Day Taco Bell. I watched that video this morning.
Wait, hang on. Are you talking about the 100 tacos?
Blew my mind.
What?
Yes, the 100 taco thing. Yeah, I'll grab the link
again. More important than talking than you joke about the insider.
And then there's two of them. The bad. There it is.
Do you have the links? Can you post them?
Yes.
So that I can download them and play them
Copying text right now. Copying text right now. Hold please. Green room. Video number 1 coming now.
This is like Nick's like birthday weekend, so I've been mostly offline except for checking Discord. I haven't been on TikTok most of the day since.
Oh, whoops, that was
Friday.
The wrong one, I think. Hold on.
All right, the one
yes,
you just
that was the wrong one.
Right?
I apologize. Yep, that was the wrong one. I will delete that one.
Okay.
Wait,
here's the correct one, and there's a video reply within that one that I will fetch. That it is.
Okay,
Beautiful as the first one is, the second one is awesome too.
Yeah, we definitely. I think it's at least 3 parts, right?
Well, see, the thing is that since original poster said, you know what, let's move, couch boy move over. Boom, 100 tacos first date. Going to make me pay for it. Jimmy, amazingness. Just what the hell. They're just coming out of the woodworks. There's at least 3 other people that have done a video reply to comments in there being like, do you live in this area?
I need the video. I'm not going to latch onto this until I need to know. I must know.
What's the worst first date I've ever been on? I'm so glad you asked. I'm going to tell you right now. Before I met my smoke show of a husband, I was on dating apps. As you do. This man messages me out of the blue and he goes, I like your face. Let's go get some food. I love food. Are you my soulmate? He says, meet me at my house. I will drive us to the restaurant together. Why did we not just meet there? I have no idea. I drive 45 minutes to his house. He's standing outside of it. He walks up to my car and he goes, I've lost my keys. Can you drive us there? Should I have just left him right there and gone home? Yes. Did I? Absolutely not. He gets in, starts giving me turn-by-turn directions. He could have been leading me to an abandoned warehouse and I still would have been like, left at this stop sign? Okay. We end up at a Taco Bell, which is fine. I'm like, dine in or drive through? And he's like, drive through. And I'm like, great, he has a plan. We get to the speaker and he just leans over and goes, I would like 100 hard-shell tacos, thank you. We get to the window. He does one of these numbers. And I'm like, did you forget your wallet? And he's like, yeah. I was like, do you need me to pay? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. I buy the 100 tacos and I'm like, where to next? And he goes, back to my house. And I was like, okay, this is happening. I'm committed to this now. It's happening. We get to his house, we walk in, his dad is on the couch. I'm like, he lives with his dad, it's fine. The hoops I am teleporting through to convince myself that this decision that I have made is okay is just wild. Walk past his dad into the kitchen. He just starts emptying the boxes of tacos, just releasing them onto the table. Puts 2 chairs at the table, sits down, and he just screams at the top of his lungs, let's feast. I am just calmly unwrapping my taco and taking a bite of it. We are eating hard-shell tacos in complete silence. You can hear both of us chewing. It's absolute chaos. The dad walks up, grabs a taco. There's 100 of them. We have so many to spare. He's eating over us, just like standing, doesn't sit, stands right next to the table, crunches, mouth full. He just looks at me and he goes, do you want to see my studio? And I was like, I have never wanted to see anything less in my entire life. It was that moment that I decided this date was completely over or else I was going to be killed 100%. I am now just like collecting the tacos because I paid for them. I walk out with boxes of tacos in my purse. I look back and I was like, thank you for this experience. You will never hear from me again.
Is that not fair?
You remember the shoving breadsticks into my purse at the offer? That's exactly what it is, but it's just boxes and boxes of tacos.
100 tacos.
So here's the thing: he does
filling the screen.
Objectively, is it extremely funny that she goes back?
Mm-hmm.
And they're at the table and he says, do you want it? Like, all of that is objectively funny. I would almost find it funnier if they pulled up to his house, he just got out of the car and was like, thanks, and went into the house, and that was the end of the fucking day. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, so that was the first one, and my understanding is there's at least 3 or 4 more people who were like, again, so do you live in this area? And she's like, yeah. And I did
with Taco Guy
video.
What's the worst first date I've ever been on? I'm so glad you asked. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yep. Okay.
All right, here we go. So the year is 2014. I live in San Francisco, California. I'm on Tinder because I'm in denial that it's not just a hookup app. I meet this guy. He's an artist, soulful, emotional. We swipe right. We chit chat. He one day goes, hey, you want to go get something to eat? Yes, absolutely. Would love to meet you in a public place. He says, cool, let's meet down by AT&T Park. It's now Oracle Park. near the Taco Bell. He did not mean near the Taco Bell. He meant in the Taco Bell. He drove. I took public transportation. We're standing there. I let him go ahead because I'm like, I want to see what he gets. I want to see what sort of person he is. He proceeds to order 25 hard shell tacos and 10 bean and cheese burritos. I got a chalupa. I wasn't sure what was happening. He then goes, hey, I think I'm double parked. Do you got this? And I went, okay. I pay for the food. I collect the food. I come out and I think, hey, let's eat here by the water. It's pretty. It's public. He goes, no, let's go back to my place. He drives me approximately 25 minutes to South San Francisco. We get to his place. His roommates are home. They're drunk. It smells like stale Bud Light in his apartment. The carpet is an interesting shade of off yellow. He proceeds to hand out the food that I had paid for to his roommates. He throws a chip in the air. His dog tries to catch it but misses. It bounces off of its head. I giggle. He then kicks me out for laughing at his dog. It is now past public transportation hours. BART is no longer running. I am in Burlingame. He lets me back in. I went on a second and a third date, and I gave him $100 to get his account out of overdraft. It's not my proudest.
Are these the same man, or are they different men running similar Taco Bell schemes?
That's the question. So they're wanting more women to come forward with their Tinder.
Please come forward about the Taco Bell bandit. Please.
Those were the two that I came across this morning and went, oh my God. I do need more of this, but I have to go to work. So I have not been able to investigate any further, but I was
so
just like,
unwell.
The first girl
my
got
God.
more clarifying videos on her page.
Jesus fucking Christ. Like, I need to know
Couch Boy has been analyzed.
Oh
to
yeah,
death
no, like
at
we
this point.
understand.
So,
Like
like,
Couch Boy hit the
energy
mainstream.
needs to go
Couch
here,
Boy hit the
mostly.
mainstream. It's gone. It's dead. We're done with it.
Yes.
The tacos are much more mystifying because, like, here's the thing with Couch Boy, there were a lot of like ethical questions about like why are we picking apart these two teenagers' lives on the internet? Like, it's a little weird. Maybe we should stop. But like there's not a single ethical question. I need to catch this man. He is scamming women out of tacos.
Yeah. Well, and I just
I am putting tacos into my purse as fast as I can.
Tacos. Like I'm not going to yuck anybody's yum, but I just, of all of the restaurants available to person, especially if they are in the San Francisco area.
In San Francisco, like they have good tacos available.
Why Taco Bell?
That's
I'm
what I'm
tell
saying.
you right now, as someone who doesn't like Mexican food in almost all cases, Taco Bell is a different thing.
It is a different thing. It's not what you get, but it's just like when you're in California, there are good tacos available to you everywhere. This person wants to go to Taco Bell. That's already like kind of a red flag.
Yeah,
like,
no,
you
absolutely.
cannot go
I am nothing but red
blocks
flags.
I know this. That's why I love you. So you got a red shirt on today. You just one big red flag. But this is not dissimilar to like Taco Bell is like, I understand like the want for Taco Bell. I don't understand the want for Taco Bell when I'm sober. I understand the want for Taco Bell when I'm very drunk. Like, it's very much drunk food. It's very much 3 o'clock in the morning food. I just want. Why 100? Yeah, that's what scares me.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 points. One, when I was a teenager, it was absolutely like a thing in my social group to be like, how many tacos can we go and order and eat in one night?
And yes, but these were like grown, like at least college age, if not slightly older people.
Yeah, but like not everybody.
So that's why I'm like
not
again,
everyone,
I'm not.
Don't
worry, I am not trying to taco shame. I assure you, I am not taco shaming. But it's like,
straight cis men stay 17.
They do. A lot of them do. Yeah, I can see that like being a thing they didn't grow past. I'm having a moment where I'm trying to figure out, did any of my dude friends do this? And I think the answer is no, but I think the answer is because we only got a Taco Bell like late into high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mostly we just set off illegal fireworks.
The other thing I just need to say, because I'm angry about it and I need to voice this anger at every possible opportunity.
I'm
the
ready.
Taco Bell up the street from me closes at 10.
Why?
And 8 on Saturdays.
What the fuck?
Where do you live again? Because that sounds like the kind of hours that I would find in my suburbs.
I don't say where I live out loud on the internet, but it is a college town.
Okay, well, sorry, like at least which state? Because, like, again, it's like if it's a college town in
but it's a
college town, and that's fine.
This is the point. It's a college town. Like, my not college town's Taco Bell is open 24 hours a day.
Yeah,
literally, like Taco Bell has a branding like campaign around the fourth meal.
Yeah, being around. Yeah,
the idea that Taco Bell is a place you can go to eat late at night is their thing.
Hey,
and it's across the street from a 24-hour McDonald's, so it's not like this area can't sustain 24-hour fast food.
So they're like, all the people who want to work 24 hours a day work across the street at McDonald's. So we're just gonna check it in. Fourth meal be damned.
It's 3 a.m. and you're looking for food, you go to a McDonald's for no other reason they can't find a Taco Bell.
Exactly.
I would like
only
to
find out that their milkshake machine is broken.
Stop. I would like to bring up 100 tacos. Okay, that's too many calories per taco.
This Taco Bell also pays better than that McDonald's.
Ibrahim brought up in the chat that 100 tacos is over $170.
Is that regular tacos or Taco Supreme?
And to in today's money, or like, because that's getting close to almost 10 years ago from story number 2, right?
That's true.
2014.
Yeah. Although I feel like Taco Bell's price is
like 89 cents.
Hard shell tacos, no Supreme. Regular hard shell tacos, not Taco Supreme. Spotting somebody $170 on the first date.
I can't imagine.
What the fuck? Could not be me. Would not be me.
It's $1.19 in the Google results.
It's still so much money.
Yeah. Again,
just
like 100 tacos.
Yeah, $169 is the price of a Supreme.
Like, but again, even at that point, like let's go ahead and just imagine for some reason they had a taco sale. Like maybe it was like Taco Tuesday, so they're going for 50 cents a taco. That's still, you know. You know what I mean? Because they do that shit all the time.
I'm genuinely trying to figure out at what moment would my brain say, like, nope, not okay.
Taco Bell also used to have the Grande meal, which was just 10 tacos, and it was cheaper than the price of 10 tacos.
Oh, that's true too. But still, oh god.
See, now that it is distinctly possible that the person would then like just ring up 10 Grande meals instead of 100 tacos.
Yeah.
That reminds me also of our discussion in high school. It was that trying to figure out, is Taco Bell better or is Taco John's better? Because Taco John's had a 6-pack and a pound. Everybody, like, we kept going back and forth between the two, like, you know, like for science, because we all had our first little, you know, like jobs. Taco John's, we all realized that the tacos make you sick real fast. Like, they just do not sit well in anybody's stomach. But the potato olays are fire. So if they just did like 2 pounds instead of a 6-pack and a pound, we'd have gone there a lot more often. Because their potato olays are so good.
Ibrahim brings up another good point. Mm-hmm. How fast can they make a taco?
Yes.
How long did they hold up that line?
If they're making 100 tacos, you know, even if, like, I have had 2 friends who have worked at Taco Bell in their life, and they're like, okay, if I know a person ordered like 2 tacos, I can grab 2 tacos at once. But even if it takes a minute to like do 2 tacos at once.
Oh, but the thing is, can you line up just like 30 tacos at once?
Yeah. Probably not 30, because they said that space where the prep station is no more than, like, I think about 3 feet long.
I mean, I imagine that various
worth
Taco Bells
taco.
differ.
Well, I guess you could do
and, like,
multiple taco.
Yeah. Anyway, but
Okay,
like,
sorry.
it's also distinctly
We're like-
possible that this guy has
Me,
scoped out that
the
Taco
math-
Bell.
Yeah, me, the math stupid person, trying to be like, okay, let's try to math this out. I'm just gonna stop.
how
now.
many feet of tacos would 100 tacos be if they are standing upright as you are assembling them? Like, we're getting very conspiratorial. All we know is
Okay, but like, okay,
What?
we'll have to find
What?
someone to crunch the numbers for next stream.
I'll
follow
do
the
it.
money. So,
Oh,
Follow the
in
money.
this situation. That guy
What?
works for Taco Bell.
Shut
oh my god! Can you imagine? Instead
Yeah,
of
I'm
being
gonna
like a
roll up here.
serial killer, they are
I'm
the
gonna
Taco
roll
Bell.
up. I'm gonna roll up here on my day off to the
Oh,
Taco
God.
Bell I work at and say, "Hey, you know my voice. I would like 100 tacos, please."
No, he's like the VP of marketing.
Oh my god! Yeah, see
That's why he
that.
has
Oh god,
$170 to just blow on tacos.
that
No,
is
he doesn't. He
taking
has other people.
any publicity is good publicity to a really weird point.
Yeah, no,
This
this
is
is like the berries and cream thing. It's actually a viral marketing campaign. It
It's a
was
viral
tweeted
marketing
by
campaign.
this dude in California
yeah.
10
From
years
like
ago.
the early
he was like-
2010s.
He was like, in 10 years, this story is going to be told on some kind of social media app.
I am certain that there will be some new video format that is very well suited
I
to
am-
approximately this length of story.
I am certain that this story that takes about 1 minute to tell will have a great platform upon which someone can put many taco emojis to illustrate their point that I just ordered 100 fucking tacos. It was actually Justin McElroy this whole time.
So not do we?
I'm really not doing great, you guys. This doesn't even feel real anymore.
How
Alright.
long before that?
I need
am just
more, I need
100
more.
tacos in a trench coat.
Ugh, I need more information on this man. I just wanted
I know.
I want more people to come forward. The
I
taco
know.
bandit.
There's 8 minutes.
I don't
left
want
of
more
my
people to
stream
go on
got
dates with
through
him.
one story.
Okay, we got to get through like one other story. We did talk briefly discuss the fact that like Couch Boy is now being covered in the mainstream, which means the meme is dead. Which like is it for the better? Probably. You also had a story on there about the fact that they just discovered Bone Guy.
Yep.
It's been done.
Yeah. The Washington Post just found out about Bone Dude.
How it's more than a month behind. It's 2 to 3
Yeah.
months behind.
Since the resurgence, because I first found this person in mid 2020 and then blocked them because of people were talking about that, and then he was like, no, it's totally legit, and then he like kind of went underground again, and then now he's back again.
I believe this is
This
specifically
year.
about the Wall of Spines video and the following video where he responded to the question, "Where did you get those bones?" with "There's nothing illegal about owning these bones."
And everyone was like, we're not
Yeah.
asking about the legality.
Well-
Where are the bones from, sir?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, because
I was
that
gonna
was
say,
basically
Ibrahim,
his
you
answer the
weren't-
first time.
Ibrahim did
worked
a
then.
bunch of breakdowns on like why this is weird and what is going on here. And yeah, you got featured in an article months ago. So it's been at least 2 to 3 months.
Mhm.
Anyway, Wapo, hurry up.
Yeah, so
You're on
Washington
TikTok. I
Post
know
got
y'all saw
yesterday.
this. Where was that description? Oh yes. He's a 21-year-old bone salesman. I don't know why that hits me just right. That really
Ibrahim, there does not appear to be new stuff.
No, it's nothing new. It's the I took a look at it in the interim. It's all the same. It's even that video of like, this is not illegal. We weren't asking that, sir. Where are the
Yes.
bones from?
Yeah, no, this article, it appears to be essentially a feature on him.
Yeah. John, these were humans.
I know. I was like, oh my god! I was like, I'm just waiting for him to say, or someone to say, like, oh, they were ethically sourced.
Ethically sourced.
It's literally right there. The John's Bones website sells responsibly sourced human osteology. Are you kidding me? That still isn't the answer. Oh my God. Okay.
An individual rib goes for $18, while what's known as an exploded skull, a preparation where the bones are spaced out appearing to be suspended in midair, would cost you nearly $6,000.
I don't get it. I mean, I also don't get why people will like keep animal remains around either, but like this
this is like, and I've had this
above and
conversation.
beyond.
I've had this conversation with Micah, who collects animal bones.
Mhm.
That like, hi sir. There are people who are sort of like taking these remains and keeping them respectfully, understanding the history of them, and doing their best to give them like a respectful burial, or if they cannot be buried, because a lot of the time they can't be, storing them in a way that like does some honor to the person who grew those bones.
Yes.
Sean has a wall of spines that he sometimes like plays with. So that like there's sort of the line between people who are like interested in the macabre and like treat things well, and who are like interested in the macabre and are like getting their username carved onto a human bone.
Ethically sourced Terry says he tries to lead by example and advises customers to treat the bones with utmost respect. And in the paragraph immediately preceding that, he said the company sells to several universities for classrooms or museums and law enforcement agencies that use the individual bones to train cadaver dogs.
Cool. Yeah, like again, Abraham brings up the point of like his cat literally plays with the bones. There are multiple videos. Like we can all stop pretending he treats the bones well.
Yeah.
Anyway, months behind.
Yeah, so we just wanted to make fun of the Washington Post for taking months to
just
get
a
to
little
that.
bit. Just a little bit. We
the
love
other
them,
thing that I put
enough.
on my TikTok background for my promotional live here is this one.
What?
You know,
Snapchat is attempting to bribe creators to use their TikTok competitor. It's also rolling out a gifting feature. Snapchat is adding another way for creators to earn cash. The app is launching a feature called Spotlight Challenges, which will reward a handful of creators each week for making videos using specific lenses, doing certain activities, or playing a chosen sound inside the app's TikTok competitor, Spotlight. Around 3 to 5 creators will be awarded cash for each challenge, with the winners being chosen from among the most viewed eligible videos. Payments will be divided among winners from prize pools that typically range from $1,000 to $25,000, with the minimum payout being $250, according to Snap. There will be multiple challenges every week. The challenges offer a new way for Snap to incentivize users to make videos for Spotlight, and it does so in a way that offers the company a lot of control. It can boost certain trends or try to encourage different types of content than people would typically make. That could help as it tries to differentiate Spotlight from TikTok and give people a reason to keep coming back to find something new. It's also a potential revenue opportunity. Challenges won't be sponsored at launch, but Snap may, quote, offer sponsored ones in the future, a Snap spokesperson told The Verge.
You know,
I hate everything about that.
You know, does TikTok absolutely suck? Yes, and I say so every day. But at least they're not making us compete for $200.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at least they're not doing that. At least they're like, we'll pay you on your views. We'll fuck up your views, but we'll pay you on them. It's weird. I feel weird about that. And the other thing is, like, is anyone going to watch that content? Is it actually going to increase engagement in any way, shape, or form if it's just a bunch of people doing the same challenge to try to get $250?
At minimum, $250 minimum, which, like, you know, again,
Michael, this is a very good point. We should be talking about Twitch. I did not think of it, and so I'm not prepared to talk about it. But
I mean, the main takeaway is if you haven't changed your password, change your fucking password. By the way, just put that out there. But yeah,
get your fresh keys.
Learning learning how much people have been earning, that was certainly interesting. Was it Critical Role that just earned like $9 million?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the span of about 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I missed that part of it. 9 mil in 2 months?
2 months.
Mhm.
2 months.
Gross. I mean,
it's so like this is the thing is when we look at like things in the D&D sphere, because that is a whole sphere of entertainment now. Critical Role is like the thing, right? Like it is the thing that people like. It's kind of the biggest deal.
Yeah, Critical Role is the most important property in tabletop role playing right now.
In general, just in
Like,
general,
more important than Wizards of the Coast.
Just like that is the crazy part. But now I think maybe people are starting to look at it critically, and that's important. And what is it doing with that money, and who is it empowering with that money, and how are they paying people? Are they paying people fair wages? How much is this going to management? How much is this going to just the people that like, make sure their website is up and running? Like, how much are they paying anybody? And that's stuff we don't have answers to. I know we did sit here for a while the other day and try to find like job listings.
Trying to find whether there were any reports on what it's like to work at Critical Role.
They have no Glassdoor page, which is
like there doesn't appear to be anybody talking about what it's like to work at Critical Role, which
is weird.
Isn't a bad sign, I think. Like,
no, it's just weird.
Yeah, but
I would think there'd be more, but all of their job listings don't have a salary. Which, like, by the way, I hate when I'm applying for jobs. Like, just list this. Tell me how much you're paying me. But yeah, there's no salary listed. I can't really find any information on the salary anywhere, and they're not a nonprofit, so you can't like go look up their 990 PF and find their 10 highest paid employees.
Critical Role has somewhere between like 30 and 50 employees.
Yeah, it's a whole production company. This is not just a bunch of people making goofs.
Yeah, and there's
anymore.
also like
It's a big deal.
They started their own publishing house. Rather than like go through a publisher to print a board game. They have a couple of other companies. They have a charity organization, although I couldn't find anything on their website about them using their own funds to pay for things with that charity.
Yeah.
They are very not transparent about their money on their websites, which I think very much is the reflex that the overwhelming majority of organizations go for. I definitely hope that the increased scrutiny prompts them to be more transparent, and I hope that what we find out when transparency happens is that they're not screwing their employees over.
Yeah. Or that if they are screwing their employees over, there will be enough people they immediately change and stop it. Which, like, again, I don't like that. With a lot of companies, it's like you have to see them and catch them in the act in order to get them to change. But if that's what it takes, okay. Anyway, could the Critical Role whistleblower please come forward and tell us how much you earn if you're like an admin or an executive assistant or something like that? Because that gives us a good judgment of like how much everybody's earning. Like if you work in HR at Critical Role, just let us know. It would be in their best interest to release what they can. And I think they would legally be allowed to release like their operating budget, which would include how much of that budget goes to staffing. It wouldn't tell us like the percentage that goes to admin staff versus talent versus management, but it would give us a good idea of like how much overhead they're working with and how much profit people might be making. So there's that. Anyway, yeah, that was like a little depressing and disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also like one of those weird things though, like as Michael pointed out earlier, they don't like actively ask for subs or bits. Although they don't actively ask for it, but they do have their VODs only available to people who sub. So there is an explicit incentive to sub.
Yeah.
But like words, brain. They
go
ahead.
Michael just made a good point of like something less than 5% of creators make over 1,000, which, you know,
Yeah, and that's
that,
the thing.
that
Like
lines up.
they in that like spreadsheet that listed like 2 months of revenue for like the top creators, they made like 9 million. The next one made like 3 million. It was under millions before the end of that list.
And the list was short.
Yeah, like it drops off fucking fast.
Most
that
people are
Critical
not earning
Role is
money
making
at all.
$9 million every couple months is not an indicator that Twitch pays people like millions of dollars every couple months.
No, it is in fact a really good indicator of the fact that there are a couple of outliers, and the majority of people are not earning very much money at all, if any. I think the majority of people are earning nothing.
Yeah.
A lot of people like incur business debt going like doing streaming stuff. I mean, God knows, when I like actually reported my business costs for the year of like running a TikTok and doing streaming nonsense and all of the bullshit that I have bought for this stupid app, down to like, yeah, I bought a bunch of jingle bells and made an outfit out of tinsel, and that was written off as a business expense because you can do that. But technically, I made negative $878. Like, people are not, and I think we get this idea that this is a viable career. It is not. It is not at all.
Of the administrators in Toga, I am the only one who like this is my actual job, and I make less than poverty wages.
We're doing great. But this is the problem. Is I really hope people are able to look at those numbers critically and say, wow, this list is short compared to the number of like actual Twitch users that I follow. And the Twitch users that I follow are not listed here for the most part.
Again, I'm not even going to pretend like I can remember a number at all. But I recall when YouTube made those big changes to when they will actually pay out to someone versus not how much they're being paid, but when they'll, because they changed that whole system, top to bottom. It feels, or there's a correlation between that here too. So like, again, there's the couple of people way up at the top that they do earn quite a lot, and then it just steeply like gets down until to the point where they're like, well, we're not going to do that, give you any earnings anymore. And it's really weird how they do that. I don't understand.
Well, okay, so it's
like, I mean, I do understand popularity, but what is it that makes that one person who's more popular that much more?
There's a certain point where it's like popularity begets popularity, which is true on TikTok as well. If you have a video do well and you then have 2 other videos do well, like pretty quickly after, you're going to be able to build an audience. The algorithm likes to see success, and success begets success, which is why I am someone who goes back through and like cleans up my videos of everything that's low performing, because the algorithm likes to see like, hey, this person gets decent views, and it doesn't remember 2 weeks ago because it's stupid. But Twitch is the same way of like, if you have decent audience acquisition, if Twitch pushes people your way and they stay, they'll push more people your way. And that's how it keeps building up. And it's the same thing with YouTube. The problem with like YouTube was they changed the point at which you could monetize. So you had to have a certain number of hours of views and a certain number of subscribers before you could monetize your channel. And a lot of people will just never get there.
Yes.
And it's a little disappointing. And TikTok is the same way of like, you have to have a certain number of followers before you can say, yes, monetize my channel. And most people are not going to get there. And we're never really going to get hard numbers from any of these companies on like, what is the actual percentage of users that are even eligible? We're probably never going to get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a lovely depressing note.
I know. Well, if we can humor it up ever so slightly, knowing that TikTok still cannot tell when an adult is an adult, even if
it doesn't know.
That's their biggest factor. Is like, you know what? I'm pretty sure you're not 18. Oh, you gave me your identification that proves you are 18.
I mean, sure, you filled out a W-9, but are you really 18?
We'll let you know when you're an adult. The algorithm will tell us.
Having conversations with brands.
Are you 18 for talking to Brand?
Are you
Maybe
18
not.
when you live stream?
No. We assume you are 15 when live stream, but we do have
Yes.
a W9 on
We
file.
looked at your records.
Yes.
You were 17 last year. Who knows when that number will change again?
Yeah. Well, hey, time travelers exist. We see them on TV all the time. Like, hey,
God,
maybe you're Benjamin Button. I don't know.
none of the systems talk to each other.
We know how our app works. You can't rearrange clips. You must have been a time traveler to get that to work.
Left hand to right hand?
No.
Nope.
Witchcraft. Oh my God. All right. I think that's it for the evening. We're getting punchy.
Yeah.
And also, it's 10 past 9. Thank you all so
Sure.
much for
Yes.
coming. Have a great night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.